Hi everyone. Um, I'm making another video. Yay. I recently, let me start from the beginning. Premiere had a sale. I've never ordered from Premiere online before. Um, I bought their stuff some of the stuff that they sell at Walmart, not Walmart, Joann's. A few times. I really like their sweet rolls. I'm in love with their sweet rolls. They're so soft. I made the cakes to tango by Bob Wilson 123 with two of theirs, um, two of the sweet rolls, and I bought two other sweet rolls to make a blanket for my daughter. Um, haven't really gotten around to that. It's still sitting in the stash, but it's over there. I won't forget about it. I know what it's for. I bought myself some more sweet rolls to make myself something. Haven't decided what I'm going to make with them, but they're over there in the stash. I know it's for something. I'll figure it out when I get inspiration from a picture or a pattern or a video and grab those and whip it up as slowly as I can because, be honest, I don't make anything very fast except these hats. Holy cow. I found this pattern on Ravelry. I believe it's called the Bondi Beanie, something like that. Um, the pattern was horribly written. I understood one line, and that was the chain 96. Everything else in that pattern, in the written part, made zero sense to me based on the image of the lady wearing this beanie. I work in a warehouse, and it gets really hot in there. You're in really tight aisles. It's like working in a 3-floor library where everything is stacked right on top of each other with no open airiness or any natural light coming in unless you're on the very top floor. Um, so it gets super hot. They have fans, but in some of the areas they're more spread out so you don't get quite as cooled off. And they're not in the aisles, they're only in the main thoroughfares. So it gets super hot. I normally wear ball caps to work because I have this braid that I can't just let hang down because it could get caught on things and safety issues. So I was looking for a summery beanie that I could wear that had holes in it that I could use a super lightweight yarn with that would make it something that I could wear at work where my head would breathe and I wouldn't get overheated from my head. I found this beanie pattern on Ravelry, like I said, and I could not figure out the written part. I asked some people on my mystery boxes group, and they couldn't quite figure it out either. Um, I kind of winged it based on the image and some of the wording, like 3 double crochets, chain 2, that kind of thing. Using that, I could kind of figure out, and then based on the picture, I was able to figure it out a little bit. Couldn't understand the wording other than, hey, there's a double crochet. I have to do it 3 times at some point. So I've made 3 of these. I've only actually finished 2. The third one is done. I just need to close in the top. The one I'm wearing was the first one I made. It's in pink. I love it. Then when I made it, I realized that the chain 96 for the band was a little tight for me. I must have a big head. I don't know. I'm a tiny person, so other than being overweight, I don't really feel like I have a big head. I usually wear children's hats, scarves, and gloves because my hands are puny. If I wear regular size gloves, the fingers up to here. What am I touching? So when I made the second one, which is this one, I added 5 extra stitches to the band. It's perfect, except sometimes if I move it around a lot, it'll slide up a little bit, and then I gotta pull it down. So So when I made the third one, I went back to the 96, but because it's not that tight, it kind of, it's a little snug. It's not tight enough. It's not so tight that I can't like get a finger in there. So if it was a collar for a dog or a cat, I wouldn't think that they were choking to death. I couldn't figure out how to close the top based on the written pattern. And having never made a slouchy beanie before, I didn't have any of my own techniques that I could kind of adapt to it. So I'm really running out on a tangent. This is not what this video was supposed to be about. I was supposed to film this video separate, but hey, we're going to roll with it because that's how I am. The top, I wasn't sure how to close in. It ends up just being a tube where everything is the same size around, and then you got to pinch in the top to close it. Otherwise, you just end up with like a tube sock on your head. A really fat tube sock, but a tube sock just the same. So I went back on the group and was asking people if anybody knew a good technique that could be used to close a slouchy beanie without having to work in an extra row of stitches or anything like that. And I cannot remember your name, honey. I want to say it's Amber, but I don't think that's right. There's like 3 Ambers in that group, so I'm not sure. Could have been Amy, maybe? Wasn't Amy Cartoon, I know that for a fact. And the technique that she sent me was basically just finding the center of each quadrant. So you would take the hat, and we'll pretend that this is the top fully. You would take the hat and you would fold it in half based on where your last stitch was, and then you would slip stitch to the section directly across from it, and then you end up with 2 quadrants. Okay, then you would take the farthest quadrant and pull it in and slip stitch there, and then do the same with the other side, and then you end up with 4 quadrants, and you do the same thing until it's to each tip of each quadrant. You would pull it in with a slip stitch until you get it fully closed in, and then you just you just close off and then weave in your end, and bam, you're done. I found that to be so helpful because honestly, you could use it with any technique that you have to close something in, that you don't care if it creates like this little flowery edge. I know that's kind of blurry because my camera is on my tablet, my Surface 2, not a Pro. So I can't really download any programs except what comes on it. I think it looks pretty cool. It worked out. I used Lion Brand's dotted line for these. I never thought that I could use a number 2 yarn because it's so tiny. You got to use a tiny hook with it and tiny little stitches, and I already have arthritis and tendonitis in my hands. So working tiny I thought would drive me crazy. I'm actually shopping for more number 2 yarn because of that, because I want to make more things like this. I can whip this beanie up in about 4 hours if I work start to finish, never stopping, no going to the bathroom, no eating, no drinking, no petting the cat, no distracted by YouTube. That's not me though, so I can usually do one, I call it a weekend. So I work a little bit on it on Saturday and I work a little bit on it on Sunday, and then whenever I feel like getting around to finishing it, I close off the top and it's done. I love them. I've had so many compliments on them from people at work. They're always asking me, where'd you get your hat? Did you buy it? Did you make it? I always tell them I made it. They always ask me, always tell me, wow, I wish I could knit. I don't correct them if they say knit. I do not knit. Again, needles, confusing. I crochet only. I do a tiny amount of loom knitting, but honestly, I haven't done that in like 2 years. And I have a Martha Stewart adjustable, like make your own size loom thing that a friend of mine bought, and then I bought a second one when it was on clearance at Walmart. um, so I could make even bigger items. Honestly, I have only made one thing with there. It's the size of a pot holder, and it's still on the loom. I never finished it off. Um, I'm sure I'll get around to that someday. Anyway, so for the main purpose, Premier had a sale on um, their cakes. Not the sweet roll, it's the candy shop. The candy shop cakes. 4 for $10, which is an amazing deal if you've ever had to buy them on their website. Excuse me. I believe that they're $5.99 regular price. So getting 4 for $10 was an amazing deal. Plus, they had a bunch of, but you had to buy them in quantities of 4. So caveat there. Couldn't just buy 2. You had to buy 4, 4, 4, 4 of however many colors you wanted. And you could do like a mix and match thing where you could do like 2 of one color, 2 of another color. There's your 4. That counts. And then they recently lowered the price on a bunch of their other yarns from like $4.99 to $2.50. I love their Deborah Norville, not the Deborah Norville. Maybe it is the Deborah Norville. It's like the anti-pill. They changed it from Deborah Norville to like the anti-pill yarn. I have some with the old Deborah Norville labels that I have wanted to make something with, but I don't have enough to make anything substantial because the balls are like 50 to 100 grams or something, so I bought more of those. And then I bought a couple of other things, probably. I don't even 100% remember what's in this box other than I bought some candy shop and some of this other stuff. It's sitting here next to me, still sealed up with, I had to hide it from my daughter. She gets mad when I buy yarn online, especially since I'm trying to pay off some bills right now. I was super excited to get this. I made my stepson hide it from my daughter. She's actually been in my room 3 times since this box got here and has not either noticed it or just not said anything. I have cardboard boxes all over the place because I am a horrible person about unpacking when I move. Anyway, so we're going to crack this open and handy dandy little box cutter and see what the heck I ordered because it's been like 2 weeks. I don't think it's been 3 yet because it's been a week, almost a week since I got it, and I was supposed to film this video on the weekend and I got distracted with other things and just never got around to filming. So I don't even remember what's in here. It was really good. I didn't crack it open before I filmed because I would have just put it up on my shelves and then like, who cares? All right, she's open. I've never actually felt the candy shop, so, but everybody recommends it. Ooh, colors. Okay. My invoice. Let's see, what did I order? I spent $69.68. I bought 7, 12, 14, 16, 20. I bought 20 balls of yarn, some cakes, and oh, I remember. I bought some Premier Luna, the little bally things. My subtotal before tax and shipping, which there was no sales tax. I did not know that there was no sales tax on yarn, probably in this state. My subtotal was $55.96, and that was including a savings of $53.88. 13 something in shipping. Their shipping's probably pretty high, but considering how much I'm getting, I didn't think the shipping was that bad. Usually that will stop me when shipping comes up to be, because then I usually end up paying more in shipping than I'm actually saving, and that drives me nuts. So again, my total was $69.68 for 20 balls of yarn. If you work that up, it's a good price. So, oh, candy shops are $6.99 regularly. And I got them for 4 for $10. All right, let's dive into it. First on top is some of my candy shop. I bought this in 2 different colors. I'm going to pop this open just so the glare in this room doesn't... Oh my god, it's so soft. I've never touched this before, by the way. I have never seen it in any of the Joann's in my area. In Arizona, so honestly, we don't get a ton of like really nice yarns here. Oh, this is so soft. We have some local yarn shops, but I've never been to any of them because they're clear on the other side of the town I live in, which we're talking like over 100 miles from me. Not really worth it unless I'm doing something on that side of town. All right, let's do particulars. So this is the colorway I got. That's a little closer to true color because of the light. My light's directly overhead, so with my ceiling fan. This is Premier Yarns Candy Shop. They have 260 yards on a 5-ounce or 140-gram cake. This one is colorway Skittles, apparently. I don't think it looks like a bag of Skittles. Maybe like their holly berry, the purple bag, rather than the regular red bag, which is just primary colors. It says that it's a number 4. Yeah, I could see that. But when you look at it in cake form, like here without pulling the strand apart, it looks a lot thicker. It looks more like a bulky, but when you see it individual, I kind of like how they twisted the 2 colors together. So in the transition, you get both colors, the color you're leaving and the color you're going into, to kind of do like a gradient, but it gives it a nice like feel. I ordered how many of these? I ordered 5 of these. It says Skitty on the thing, but I believe it says Skittles. I'm not wearing my glasses, so yeah, it says Skittles on the band. I ordered 5 of these because, again, you had to order them in 4s, and I figured with 260 yards, 5 of them I could probably do a sweater or maybe a baby blanket. It's a little dark for baby blanket, but hey, not all baby blankets have to be done in pastels. That is not going back in that bag. We'll take care of that later. I'm putting it back in the box, though. And then here's the other 2 I have of those. And then I ordered this one for a specific reason. I want a sweater that's a little more neutral. I want to make a cardigan that's a little more neutral. This one, let's see if I can get a true to color. There we go. Maybe. There we go. It's like brown and black and like a navy gray almost. This one is called Twix. I guess I can see that because of the chocolatey brown. But I don't know where the navy comes in. Oh god, these are so soft. I am gonna love wearing a cardigan made out of this. I got 7 of these because I needed like 1,500 yards or something to make this cardigan I found online, that I've been wanting to make for a while, but I don't really buy bulk in my yarn very often. So well, that one went in, but it's all sideways. There we go. Got it twisted back around. So I got 7 of these. There's those 3 and these 3. And there's the last one. That poor little thing. It's just all twisted up. They're all lonely. I'll probably end up taking this one out of its bag because it looks so lonesome in that little bag, like it's strangling. All right. Then I ordered the 4 of these anti-pill yarns in 2 different colors. One is called, see, it's the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted Solids and Multi. I ordered 2 in Northern Lights and 2 in Taupe Tones because I already have some of this with the Deborah Norville band, and I can't get it in my Joann's anymore. I'm risking that the dye lots are different from what I have. I don't think the Taupe Tones are going to be a problem. This one might be, just because sometimes I've seen them in the store where the colors are a little more faded than others. I don't think it'll be too bad though, risking dye lots, that the dye lots are going to be different, because I've been wanting to make something with this yarn because it's so pretty and so soft, but I only have 3 skeins of it now. I have 2 of these and 1 of these, I believe. So I bought 2 more of each, and I figured that that would bulk it up enough that I could find something, like make something with them. The Taupe Tones and the Northern Lights, I love all the colors, all the neutral, like earthy tones, and it's fall. These are so fall colors. So we'll put those back in the bag, keep them on nice and safe. There's all 4 of my balls together. And then the last thing I ordered was this. Now, this Premier Luna, I am taking a big risk on personally because I've never felt it, but I've heard people say that it feels a lot like the Loops and Threads something something that comes in these little bally cakes, bally skeins. I can't. Oh, it is even softer than the. Oh, this is nice. Oh, and I got the. I didn't realize it when I was ordering it, but the colors are very similar to the Northern Lights one that I ordered. I wonder if I could work them all together. Ooh, that might be cool. The thing with these is they're a little more self-striping. See how there's large sections? They're wound in balls, I believe, already, so I should be able to work from the outside in. Hey, look, I found an end. That'll be convenient if I need to go work when I'm ready to work with it. Where did I put it? Where the Northern Lights, see, similar colorway. I must be in a fall mood. I was trying not to pick pink. That was my main thing. Don't pick pink yarn. Purples. Stitches of that color before you move into the next color very quickly, and you end up with that speckled look. I don't hate that. I have a rainbow blanket that I made like a million years ago, when I had broken my hip and I could not do anything around my house. So I sat in a recliner and crocheted. It took 4 balls of the Red Heart Super Zaver, which I hate working with because it's so scratchy. Oh, these feel so much similar. And I believe they're the same. Oh, that would be nice. Number 3. Okay, this one says it's a number 4, and this one is a number 3. Yeah, they are a little different. Let's see if I can get in here without you guys having to look at my in the Luna. And then this is the number 4 in the Premier Everyday. They're very close in size, but I think for stitch definition, you would definitely get more like a lacy feel with this if you try it together. And I know that you shouldn't work 2 separate weights of yarn together. Sometimes you can get away with it if they look the same, where the Luna and the the Everyday do look similar, but there is let me try that. See, it's so subtle, the difference, but it is slightly different. Wish the color changing would stop. Now my cat is headbutting me because I'm not paying attention to him. Might be able to make maybe an accessory, make like a sweater with that, maybe a hat and scarf with this. I only bought 3 of these, one set, just because these ones were $2.50. The Premier Everyday was $2.50, and so I bought enough of that to add to what I thought would be good numbers with the ones I already have in my stash. And then I figured 3 of these with, I did not give you any specs on these, did I? They are 100-gram balls, and I've shredded. It looks like my cat played with it. They are 100-gram balls, 273 yards, 100% of anti-pilling acrylic. It is a number 3 DK lightweight. No iron, tumble dry, no heat, no iron, no bleach, and whatever the P in a circle is. I'm not sure what that one is. And this color is called Saturn. All of their Luna liked the Neptune one, which I believe was a like a pink and purple, but like I said, I'm trying to move away from the pinks and purples in my stash and try to get more like neutral colors. These colors are so beautiful. Here is the little swatchy thing that they give you with the tag, like the mandalas on the side, where they give you, if you worked it up this with just single crochets, this is the way the color changes would work. Burgundy, and then like an emerald green, and then like a mustard yellow, and then like this off-white color, and then back into the burgundy, and then the green and the yellow, and so on and so forth till it's done. I really happy with this purchase. So that was my haul from Premier Yarns, and I think I got a really good deal on all this. If I ever get around to actually making the things I want to make with this yarn, I will definitely show you guys. I now have to fit this into my stash shelf, which I just reorganized knowing that this box was coming. So hopefully I can fill in the spaces over there without it looking too bad. I tried to put all my Lion Brand stuff together and all my Karen's together. Some of the stuff is like spilling over onto other shelves, but it happens. I have these really small IKEA bookcases. They're the generic Billies. I think it's called the Gatsby or Gatsby, something like that. And because they're white, where the black generic ones are called the Finby. I know that specifically because I have one sitting. My daughter has 2. We bought 3 of them for her. We put together 2. They're in her room, filled with her books. The third one has been sitting in my dining room in its box since the day it was delivered, and will probably be there until we move. Just because I don't know what to do with it. I haven't had the time to put it together or the inclination to put it together, not knowing what to do with it. I did realize when I bought them that I wish they had more accessories for the generic ones. Excuse me. But they don't. like the Billies, you can buy extra bookshelves. You can get toppers for them if you want it to go all the way to the ceiling. I live in an apartment, so my ceilings aren't super high. I don't think the topper would fit. Plus, I'm only 5'1". My daughter's 5'4". We wouldn't be able to reach the top shelf anyway. Hey, I could put stuff up there I don't want the cats to break. Good idea for me. You guys are so helpful. Anyway, I'm going to get off of here. Try to figure out how to upload a 30-minute video. I haven't done one that long ever. But I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I will talk to you soon. Bye.